for Saturday, December 11th, 2021. We've got just the big 5 leagues in action today. Well, at least that's what we're going to be covering today. At least that's what they're going to be covering. I'm just here to do the intro. I'll be back at the end, so you don't have to worry about where I am or my opinion on this, because my opinion doesn't matter. We got 2 of the best in the business here to guide you through it. They don't even need me to Vanna White it and turn letters and point them from league to league. They know where they're going better than I am. Goran, why don't you take it away, and you guys nail some more winners. I'll see you guys in whenever you're done. I'll pick it up. I'll listen in, and I'll come back and say goodbye to everybody.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Mitch. So, Ashley, let's kick this right out. We have Bundesliga starting in about 20 minutes. You said you had a parlay you'd like to give out, so let's get it.
Yeah, so that's the very first thing I'm going to do is give you guys the parlay, which we usually do at the end. 3 of these are the Bundesliga, so if you want to get these in, you got to do it like within the next 10 minutes or so. So mine is going to be a five match parlay. So I'm going to take over 2.5 in the Bayern Munich match, over 2.5 in the Dortmund match. And then over in Portugal, we're going to take Sporting's team total over 1.5. And in Turkey, we're going to take Trabzonspor just to score, or their team total over 0.5. And then the last one in the Bundesliga, we're going to take the Leipzig match over 2 goals, and that'll be plus 370.
That's a very nice parlay.
Yeah, so over 2.5 in Bayern, over 2.5 in Dortmund, Sporting team total over 1.5, Leipzig, the total match goals over 2, and Trabzonspor to score. And that should be a winner for you guys.
I'm loving this one. You know what? You have all the favorites rounded up there, all the games that should have quite a few goals, and I think it's going to be a great parlay for anybody who takes it.
Yeah, good way to start your day with a nice almost 4 times your money there.
Absolutely. Now let's jump into the Bundesliga actually right away. We have Bayern Munich and Mainz facing off at 9:30, and just by looking at the lineups, I see Bayern pretty much stacked up. Lewandowski, Müller, Sane, Davies, Coman, like pretty much all of their starters except those that are injured. But Mainz is not bad either. They have all of their players available. They have been playing quite solid soccer this season. So, but I still think Bayern is going to get a win here, and I don't think it's going to be that hard, if you ask me. Bayern Munich at over 3.5 right now is plus 110, and if you consider that Bayern has scored at least 5 goals in each of their last 3 home games against Mainz, I think that's something worth taking, especially for the plus money.
Yeah, and for those that want to be a little bit more conservative, I believe the total is just set at 3.5. So if you want to take the winner out of the equation and just take the over, that's not a bad play either. I agree with you. I think Mainz it can be difficult to break down, but not with one of the top 2 teams in the entire world right now. So I love your bet. I also love both teams to score it over 2.5. I do think Mainz hits the net here with as amazing as Bayern's offense is. Their defense is not on par with their offense, to say the least. So I think the best way to find value, and the way that I personally bet this one, is for Bayern to win and both teams to score, and then you get that at a nice plus 130.
Yeah, that's also a nice bet. The only thing that scares me here, yes, Bayern is very inconsistent on the defensive end. They're not playing well defensively. But it could easily happen for them to have a perfect game on the defensive end, for Neuer to have, I don't know, a special day and he's going to save everything. But we'll see. I think it's going to be an interesting game. I personally also love first half goals over 1.5 at minus 110 right now. So we'll see. I think it's going to start fast. I think we're going to see goals in the probably first 10 minutes. But I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, that's a golden bet. I would say if you bet over 1.5 goals in the first half in a Bayern match, you're probably going to hit it at about a 70% clip. So that's always a good go-to bet.
We have Leipzig and Borussia Mönchengladbach facing off. And also, just by looking at the lineups, we see Leipzig going all out. They have probably all of their best players. Actually, they don't have Nkunku available for this game. He might be on the bench. Let me quickly check. No, he's not even on the bench, and that's kind of an issue for this Leipzig team because he's been their leading goal scorer. He's been their best player this season, both in the Champions League and Bundesliga. Originally, I had Leipzig to get a win here. It's minus 125 right now, so we can see that price kind of dropped a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with Nkunku out, I wouldn't touch that match. I mean, he's been on fire lately and a really good scorer prop. So yeah, I think that's why you're getting them at such a good price. I think there's still a chance that they win, but with the guy that's been scoring most of their goals, I definitely would stay away from that one.
Yeah, I'm kind of not sure that Borussia Mönchengladbach can bounce back so fast after that disaster last weekend. Even though they have all of their best players in the starting lineup, I see Ebola and Thuram and Stindl, Hofmann, all of them are playing, so it should be a good game for them. But honestly, I would stay away from the winner in this one. Maybe take goals, maybe take both teams to score.
Yeah.
Which is minus 163 right now. But I think both teams to score over 2.5 is pretty likely here as well. It's minus 105, so I think that's the only bet I would take in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I could see Gladbach scoring after that 6-0 debacle against Freiburg when I had both teams to score and they couldn't even net one. So just to spite me, I'm sure they'll get a couple here. So yeah, both teams to score and over. That's probably the best way to take that one.
Yeah. Okay, now we got another interesting matchup in Bundesliga. Actually, Freiburg versus Hoffenheim at 9:30 as well.
Yeah, so I'm not on that one personally. I'm on several of these Bundesliga matchups, but I do. I kind of like the both teams to score and over in that one also. You guys have heard me say it several times. This is a kind of a go-to bet for two leagues for me, Germany Bundesliga being one and Italy Serie A being the other. I just see two capable offenses, neither one with a fantastic defense. So I would stay away from an outright winner here, as I typically do, unless it's Bayern or Dortmund involved. And I would stick with the good old faithful of both teams to score and over 2.5 goals.
Yeah, I think one of two things is going to happen to Freiburg in this game. Either they're going to play as well as they did last week against Borussia Mönchengladbach, or they're going to come down crashing after that performance from last week. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happened because Hoffenheim has been in quite good form. They have been scoring a lot of goals, playing well defensively also. I think the safest bet here is both teams to score an over 2.5, which we're getting at plus 100 right now. But I think I'm going to sprinkle something on Hoffenheim to win and over 2.5 at plus 375. Usually the team that are performing well the week before, the game before, they are not even close to that in the next game. It happens a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if Hoffenheim get a win here. But like I said, I think the safest bet here is both teams to score an over 2.5 or just over 2.5 at minus 125. We are getting it.
Yeah, I agree. That's the way I would bet it for sure.
Yeah, the lineups are pretty much stacked. Both teams have their starters available. I think it's going to be a good game, but we'll see who's going to get a win in this one. Bochum with Borussia Dortmund, actually.
Yeah, so this is another one. I am on this one personally, and I love both teams to score and over here. So Dortmund, everyone knows Erling Haaland's back pretty much at full strength. So I see Dortmund putting up at least two, possibly more with that guy back. And Bochum, they're a newly promoted side, but I bet on them a lot last year in Bundesliga too. And they're not up on the level with Dortmund and these top level Bundesliga teams yet, but I think they score. So the way I bet it is both teams to score and over. I didn't even take Dortmund to win and over because their defense is so poor. I think they do win here if you want to shoot for more value, but I think that Bochum scores against Dortmund's defense. So that's just the way I'm playing it, is the straight both teams to score and over 2.5.
Yeah, Bochum has been on a nice run. They have 7 wins of their last 9 games. They have beaten Freiburg and Augsburg in their last 2 games, and that has gotten them all the way to 10th spot in the Bundesliga standings. Even though they are not scoring a lot, only 50 goals in 14 games, their defense has been quite solid with 22 conceded goals. But I'm looking at the lineups here, and we see Borussia Dortmund has Haaland, they have Bellingham, they have Royce. They do have a lot of injuries of some, and I would say pretty much most of their injured players would be in the starting lineup if they haven't been injured. But I honestly don't think Bochum will have a great time in this game. I know they have been in solid form. They might get to the scoreboard. I think that's pretty likely, but I'm actually going to take Borussia Dortmund to win at over 2.5. You're getting that at minus 110, if I'm not mistaken, right now. So Haaland has just gotten back from injury a couple of weeks ago, and he's already scored like, what, 3 or 4 goals?
Yeah.
Or something like that. And it doesn't take him a lot to score a goal. He needs 1 or 2 chances to score a goal. So I think Borussia will have a lot of chances here. I think they will dominate this game. And I think they will get a nice win. So actually, Borussia Dortmund at over 2.5 is plus 100 right now. So that's the price I'm not passing on.
Yeah, and for those of you that like to get a little risky like I do, to toss half a unit for some nice plus money, you can take Erling Haaland to score and Dortmund to win, and that should be a pretty decent price for you. Typically, I see them putting up probably at least 3 here, and I think he'll get at least 1 of those. Yeah,
I gotta agree with that. Okay, that would be it for Germany and Bundesliga, actually. Now let's move on to the EPL. We have games starting at 10 a.m. So let's kick it off with Arsenal and Southampton.
Yeah, Arsenal, they've been doing a little bit better. They've been a little confusing for me to figure out, but I don't see them really having an issue here with Southampton. This is probably one of the few spots where I would take a shot at Arsenal. I'm not putting my money on it personally, but I think that they beat Southampton. Their defense has been a little bit better of late. So maybe if you're gutsy enough to take a shot at like Arsenal to win to 0, which just means that they don't let the other team score. Arsenal is the side I would take here. Hard to find value in it, so I'm not touching it myself. But that would be my lean. Would be Arsenal here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the lineups as well. Arsenal doesn't have Aubameyang for this game. He's not in the lineup. Lacazette is leading the offense with Martin Odegaard. They're playing 4-4-1-1 right now against 4-4-2 from Southampton, and Southampton is a solid team. They have some decent players, but they have been sloppy all season long. They're not in good form right now. And Arsenal has pretty much been the team that's taking points from the small and poor teams and giving it to the rich, because they're losing to every big team in the EPL this season. So minus 143 on Arsenal right now. If you're willing to take that price, go ahead. But I'm kind of thinking that if they were the favorites, I think they would be the bigger favorites at minus 143. I don't know if I would count both teams to score in this one. Maybe take Arsenal minus 1 just to boost that price a little bit, so you can get a push if they really want nothing. But I do see Arsenal winning this game, so I don't think it's going to be a pretty game. I don't think we're going to see, some great chances or whatever, but Arsenal is going to win this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, and with Aubameyang out, I still would lean Arsenal, but that makes it even more of a stay away for me, because he's fantastic striker. So.
Yeah. We got what should be a pretty good game. Oh, and by the way,
I hope you guys on our last show, was it yesterday, when we were talking about the Man City match, we couldn't make heads or tails of the total or the side or anything, but I know we did mention Sterling as a goal scorer, so hopefully some people were on that.
Yeah, I'm just watching that game. It's 4 minutes till the end, 1-0 Manchester City. They are dominating a lot. They are creating chances. Oh, that might be another handball. No. But they just can't score a goal. They're forcing it, and they just can't get the ball in the net. But we'll see.
Yeah, and the Wolves are down a player too, so that's kind of surprising. But I think that's all we gave on that one. We stayed away from everything, but the pick we did give of the plus money scorer prop hit. So that's good for anyone who bet.
We have Chelsea and Leeds United. That should be a pretty interesting game, actually.
Yeah, I think so. Chelsea, they've been conceding lately, just kind of almost just a tale of two different teams from the way that they started the season. You could pretty much count on them having a boring like 1-0, 2-0 type match. They're conceding now. Leeds is so inconsistent though. I don't know if I would count on them scoring here. I like Chelsea to win, but I'm not touching it personally. Chelsea, they're one of those teams that unless you think they're going to win by, more than one goal, then I take them on the spread. But I don't know what to make of Leeds and Chelsea. They've been conceding a lot lately, so that's just a hard pass for me.
Yeah, Leeds has been so up and down this season, but they are playing quite good right now. They're in much better form. They're scoring goals. And I think, just by looking at the lineups, they're playing 4-1, 4-1. I'm not sure if that's a defensive formation or offensive formation. But I think they will at least try and attack Chelsea. This was the team that got Thiago Silva back. Rudiger is in the back line as well. Kai Havertz and Werner are playing in the offensive three with Mason Mount, and their midfield is pretty much standard. We have Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho and Alonso and Reece James on the left and right side. So yeah, Chelsea hasn't been playing that well as of late. They haven't been scoring as much. They haven't been defending well, and they are big favorites in this game. But I'm not sure they should be as big favorites as they are, minus 400. So maybe take it on both teams to score, minus 110 right now. I'm not sure I would be willing to force this game to go over 2.5. Take both teams to score at over 2.5. But just both teams to score at minus 110, I think that's something that should hit in this game.
Yeah, I think it's got a good shot. Like I said, it's not several weeks ago. Might not be one that you would take with Chelsea's defense, but that's just not the same defense today. So yeah, I have no idea why they're a minus 400 favorite. I kind of do expect them to win, but yeah, I like your approach better, taking a shot at both teams to score.
Yeah. Okay, we got another great game at 10 a.m. in the EPL, Liverpool and Aston Villa, Ashley.
Yep, so I'm loving me some Liverpool this year. Aston Villa's playing pretty decent. I'm not on this one personally either, but I do love Liverpool in this match. What was it I said in my video? I think Liverpool, first half, if you can still get them, I think it was minus half or minus 7.5. They typically start matches really strong. They usually come out in the front foot just like firing. They don't sit back and play defense. So I think my favorite bet in that one would be to take just Liverpool to win the first half. And I want to say that was somewhere around a minus 120. It was a decent price range.
It's minus 150 right now.
Yeah, but is that money line or is that on? Yeah, I'm talking about the minus 0.75, the Asian handicap was like.
Oh, in the first half?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second, let me look that up. Okay, Liverpool minus 1 on the first half is plus 142. Minus 0.5, that would be minus 135 or so.
Yeah, so the minus 0.75 was what was around 120. I think the minus half, I think they're ahead at halftime. Or you can just take them to win and maybe over 2.5. I definitely love Liverpool in the spot. It's just about finding value. So if I were betting it personally, I would take them to be up at halftime.
Yeah, we got pretty stacked lineups on both sides. 4-3-3 formations for both teams. Mane and Salah up top with Oxlade-Chamberlain for Liverpool. Fabinho, Thiago, and Jordan Henderson in the midfield, and Van Dijk, Matip, Robertson, and Trent Alexander-Arnold in the defensive line for Liverpool. And that's pretty much their starting lineup for pretty much most of the games, and that's the lineup that produces the most. They're scoring a ton, especially Salah, who's been in fantastic form right now.
Right.
I'm not sure Aston Villa has the defense to stop Salah. They have all of their players available on the defensive end. Aston Villa does, I mean. Their offense has also been much better since Steven Gerrard took over this team, right? So they have been scoring consistently whether they win or lose. Over 2.5, and this one is right now at minus 225. But I think taking Liverpool to win and over 2.5 is pretty solid bet. I just don't think that Aston Villa has the capacity to compete with Liverpool right now. on either end, and we are getting that price at Liverpool to win and both teams to score -150 right now, which is not great, but
That's
if you
for
make
Liverpool, or is that for Liverpool and over 2.5? Because Liverpool to win and both teams to score should be plus money.
yeah, it is. This is for Liverpool and over 2.5.
Okay.
But for Liverpool to win and both teams to score, it's +105 right now, which is great.
Yeah, and then again, like I know I'm just like a broken record, but you guys know how I love combining my scorer props with outright winners. So if you take Mo Salah to score and Liverpool to win, pretty good shot that hits.
Let's check that out. Let's see what that turns out to be. Liverpool to win and Mo Salah to score. I'm guessing it's not going to be that great.
Sometimes too, guys, like
Actually, it is. Sorry, it's -138. I think that might actually be the best bet for this game.
Yeah, that is not bad. Usually you get a little bit of plus money, or sometimes, you know, like with the Mo Salahs and Lewandowskis of the world, you know, they're way too expensive to bet by themselves. So if you don't want to combine them with a winner, most of the books should have, say, like Salah to score 2+ goals. And a lot of times you're getting good plus money on those. And it's a lot of times that these top strikers do score multiple goals in a match. So I don't think taking Mo Salah to score to put up 2, I don't think that's a bad look. Probably looking somewhere around the plus 200 something range for that.
Okay, now that we're done with all the morning games, actually, we got a 12:30 p.m. Eastern matchup in the EPL as well. Norwich City and Manchester United facing off.
Yeah, so this will be one that would probably just be entertaining to watch. I definitely won't be putting money on it. I'll be pulling for Norwich. I got turned on to them when they were in the Championship League, and now that they've been promoted, they just don't match up well. They just don't fit in the Premier League. So they'll be getting relegated right back down. I think Man U win this game. Well, I wouldn't even say obviously this year, but yeah, there's no way for me to find value in it. It wouldn't be surprising for me for Norwich to put up a goal, maybe just with Man U's shaky form. But yeah, I think Man U is the right side here, but no way for me to really find value in it. So I've left that one alone.
Yeah, this is the game I gave out to the drive-thru yesterday, and I took Manchester United to win and over 2.5. I mean, we can't see the lineup. It's still too early for the lineups, but ever since United got new head coach, they have been looking better. I know it's still early in his tenure, but I think he's going to change some things. I think he already did, and I think this team is going to improve pretty fast. They're playing more firmly. They're more direct. Their kind of ball pressure is getting better, and that's what they brought this in. And we have Norwich on the other side, the team that has scored only 8 goals so far this season, conceded 31. Overall, just the weakest defensive team in the league. And
watch how you talk about him, though, because I do have a Norwich jersey hanging in my.
Did they not have any other jerseys? That's why you bought the Norwich jersey?
Hey, I ordered that thing from England, and those people were probably like, someone other than an English person wants one of these? It took me like 3 or 4 months to get it, so.
Yeah, and just by looking at everything, and I think Cristiano Ronaldo is going to have a pretty good day here. He was playing really well as of late, so I'm going to stick to Manchester United and over 2.5 in this one. It's +120 right now. I know that United has had a lot of trouble lately, and there has been a lot of doubt around them. Can they go to the top? Can they do anything? Can they win anything? I don't know. I think this is a great team, to be honest. If you ask me, I think they have a lot of talent, especially in the attacking end. They have a lot of great players, and I do think they will get a win here. So I'm gonna stick to that. United and over 2.5.
Yeah, no, I'll be pulling for you. I think it's a good bet. Yeah, like you said, they absolutely have talent. I mean, with that payroll, they better. But yeah, so I think that's a good bet. I'm just on some different leagues today, so I think that yours is a winner, though.
Okay, and also good news from Serie A, actually. Fiorentina
please,
scored.
Was it Vlahovic?
I just don't know who scored yet.
Please be Vlahovic. Please be.
Give it a second.
Sorry, guys. I have a premium on this one here, so I need Vlahovic to score a goal.
I hope it is.
You know it's going to say another name and just crush my hopes and dreams.
No, it doesn't have to be. I mean, Fiorentina is just dominating this match so far. They
I know,
have
I'm surprised.
66.
Damn it, it was Bonaventura. Son of a bitch. It's okay. He'll get one.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a penalty late in the game.
Yeah, I took Vlahovic to score and Fiorentina's team total over 1.5 at a pretty nice plus money price. So
halfway there. Have you taken a look at that Venezia-Juventus game at all, actually, in Serie A?
No, but I'll tell you, so on our last several videos, I hope you guys have been tailing those. So anytime Juventus comes up, they've just been a consistent thing. If they're really not conceding, they're not having defensive problems right now, but they're not having trouble scoring. They're just having trouble scoring more than 1 or 2 goals. So I know for the last 2, it could have been for the last 3 videos. For Juve, the way I've approached it is just telling you guys to take the correct score group of Juventus to win 1-0, 2-0, or 2-1. And I know most books offer that around a plus 140, plus 150 prize, and that's hit in their last 3 straight. So that's the exact same way I would play this one. I could see it being like a 2-0 type match, but instead of having to lay a price on the money line, I'm just going to keep taking that correct score group until it stops hitting.
Yeah, Juventus hasn't conceded a goal in the last 3 games, and they have been playing some, I'm going to say, decent opponents in those 3 games. I mean, Verona is one of the weakest teams in Serie A this season. They're not scoring a lot, but they are conceding a ton. So at the moment, Juventus to win 2-0 is plus 110. And
but you're talking about it's Venezia, right?
Oh, did I say Verona?
Yeah, because I was like, wait a minute.
I'm sorry.
Verona's not that bad.
Yeah, I meant Venezia. I apologize, guys. It's plus 110 for Juventus to win 2-0, and I think that's going to end like that. It's either going to be 1-0 or 2-0 for Juventus, like Ashley said. They are not struggling with scoring goals. They always get 1, maybe 2, but that's about it. They just don't have the offense to produce more. So I don't think we need to say much more about this game. If you're not taking Juventus to win 2-0, I would avoid it completely, guys, because it's very hard to see this is going to go the over or both teams to score or whatever. But
take my correct score group at plus 150.
Why not?
It's smacked the books 3 times in a row, so why not try for a 4th? If you've been betting it, you're definitely up and have a little bit to put on it. So.
Yeah, definitely. Have you seen any games in La Liga that you like, Ashley, today?
Yes, so there is a game in La Liga that I like. I'm interested in Valencia today with Elche's COVID and injury issues. I was somewhat interested in Espanyol today, and boy, am I glad that I laid off of that one, because that one was
it's 4-3 now for Espanyol.
7 goals in that match. That's insane. Yeah, because you would tend to lean under with that matchup too. Yeah, so the only one that I'm on personally is Valencia, and I took them on the Asian handicap of minus 0.75. So basically, it's hopefully they win, and if they win by 1 goal, I'll win half and push half. But that's the way I played it. I think it was like minus 105, pretty cheap price.
Yeah, I like that Valencia bet. I would personally take them on the money line. It's minus 150, so maybe if you're building a parlay or something, take them on the money line. But there's also another game, Athletic Bilbao versus Sevilla, and I think that's going to be a battle. I would honestly go with the draw in that one. It's plus 200. I would also take the under, which is minus 188, so that's really not worth taking. But whether you take the game to end in the draw or first half draw, I think those are both winners. So I think it's going to be a tough game. I think we're going to see a lot of fouls in that one and a lot of yellow cards, if you ask me. Neither team is playing that good right now, especially Bilbao. But defensively, they're the best team in the league right now. So I think the draw is pretty much the only way to go in this game.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm not betting it, but Bilbao, their defense is solid. Sevilla, I have absolutely zero idea. I just no clue what to make of that team. To me, they're one of the most schizophrenic teams in the world right now. They can come out and put up 2 in the first half, and then they struggle, like they did in the match just a few days ago. So yeah, it's a stay away from me. But I would typically, right, at plus 200, the books are kind of telling you they're seeing a draw. So if I were going to play it, I would sprinkle that. Definitely wouldn't pick a side or mess with the total at all.
Yeah. Let's shift back to Bundesliga. Actually, we have games started. We have Hoffenheim getting the first goal against Freiburg, so it's 1-0 in that game. Everything else is still leveled. But there is a game at 12:30 p.m. in Bundesliga, Wolfsburg versus Stuttgart.
Oh my God, that one is just Wolfsburg is just a total shit show. So they started out and actually were leading the table for a little while. It looked like they were going to have a pretty good season, and they have just completely just a downward spiral, turned into kind of a dumpster fire. But they did start out so well that that they have talent, right? So it's kind of hard betting against them too. I wouldn't take a side here. I mean, if you're getting big plus money, maybe sprinkling something on the other side because they're struggling so bad. But yeah, personally, I wouldn't put my hard-earned money on that at all.
Yeah, you said it right. Wolfsburg really is a shit show and all the other adjectives you have there. But I think that both teams to score in this one is pretty likely. It's minus 106, and that's the best price you can get. To counter Wolfsburg, to keep a clean sheet in their current form, it's a mission impossible.
Yeah.
And Stuttgart has won their last game. They have been scoring goals, I'm going to say, pretty consistently this season. And now, against this bad defense, I think Stuttgart gets at least one on the scoreboard. So I'm going to go on both teams to score in this one at minus 106.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet and definitely a great price for a Bundesliga both teams to score.
Okay, now we got to go ahead.
They'll start scoring at some point. So, yeah, against this team is a good time to do it.
We also have a pretty good late matchup in Serie A, actually. We have Udinese and Milan at 2:45 p.m. That's the last game of the day in Serie A.
Yeah, obviously I like Milan to win that one. But the way that I would approach that would be just like I said in the and I think it was in the video when I gave it out. I like a scorer prop in that one, Zlatan Ibrahimovic to score, and that's AC Milan, and they're turning it up, and I think they're a very good side. But as far as my money would go, I would just bank on Ibrahimovic scoring and just be done with it.
Yeah, you know what? People see the price on AC Milan at minus 110 on the road, and they get scared immediately because they start thinking, well, why Milan isn't the bigger favorite and whatever. They are the bigger favorites because they were playing in the Champions League in the midweek. They do have a few injuries as well, but they have had those injuries for weeks now. Yeah. But now that Milan has taken over the top of the table, they got to keep playing well. They got to keep winning games. Otherwise, they might start sinking soon. And now that they're out of the Europe completely, they can solely focus on Serie A and getting that title. And I think they will. I think it's going to be a shame if we miss this price on AC Milan on the money line at minus 110. And I'm definitely not doing that. I'm sticking with Milan on the money line.
Yeah, definitely in good form and great price for that. So,
you got anything else to add, Ashley? I think we pretty much covered every game that we have of the big teams. But if you have any other ones to add, just go ahead.
No, I just was hoping we would come up with something that we disagreed on so we could kind of, take the gloves off. But just maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, great minds and stuff. We think alike. So.
Well, sounded like some strong plays there and a lot of words I can't pronounce. So definitely some good, solid, authentic insight there. And, of course, Ashley and Goran both knocking it out of the park with their premium picks as well as their free picks. So, whatever works or everything works, which is preferable. But thanks, guys, again for an awesome show. We appreciate it, and I know that our audience does as well. So, tune in tomorrow, same time.
Yeah,
Yes,
same
same
time.
time
And I
tomorrow.
wanted to give a shout out to everybody. We've already got a few regulars, and we're, trying to build this thing from the ground up. And you guys have started supporting it from the very beginning, so that's awesome. I have to get up at 2:30 on the weekends in the morning here in Hawaii, and it's completely worth it. So just want to thank everybody that gets up with us and joins us. So that's awesome.
Of course.
But hey,
Go ahead.
at least you get to be in Hawaii and not in
Yeah,
Canada.
I don't think anyone's shedding a tear for me waking up at 2:30 in Hawaii. So
Yeah.
not a bad gig.
It happens. Thanks, everyone. We appreciate you all. Have an awesome winning day, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you guys in just about 15 minutes for the live show with Joe Madden.